There it is. So Moses' seat is very strange because Moses is known as the man who is humble more than all other humans. So why would they name the seat for him? And that's just a very interesting idea. It's definitely not something that you would find in a kibbutz, or that you would find even today in most synagogues. I know in our congregation, the rabbi sits with everybody else and doesn't want to feel special. That's perhaps kind of an Israeli thing as opposed to other synagogues. But this is an idea that is actually mentioned in Matthew. And Desi, maybe you want to just talk about that.
Matthew 23, Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, the scribes and the Pharisees sit on Moses' seat. So practice and observe whatever they tell you, but do not what they do. But not what they do, for they preach, but they do not practice. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to move them with their finger. They do all their deeds to be seen by others, for they make their phylacteries broad and their fringes long, and they love the place of honour at feasts, and the best seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the marketplaces, and being called Rabbi by others.
That is so powerful, and I definitely identify with that, and I think that's it's a kind of a joke that Groucho Marx once said, I would never join a club that would accept me as its member. It's a beautiful idea, but who would really sit on such a seat? We're supposed to teach humility, and therefore the actual seat in itself is kind of a trap. But I don't want to judge others. I don't know exactly what happened, the very idea. But it definitely has negative connotations, and you will not find it in synagogues today. But it is interesting that it was here, and that it was actually towards Jerusalem, so that when people were facing, during the prayer, facing Jerusalem, they were looking at the ark and this, or maybe someone who was sitting on top of it. Very problematic, and I think there's a lot of, the whole idea of community is almost broken by this very chair. But still, that's a reality that we have here in Chorazin. So I think that's the most important thing that we have here, the fact that people sat in a circle, and that usually there was some kind of a mosaic in the middle, as I said before, that would be the mission statement of the community. We don't have that, and it was not found here, because usually in basalt you have less mosaics than in limestone. I don't know why.